So if you were with me last Monday and you've been following the self-love talks, it's all been about this big finale, the crescendo to 2020, and what an incredible year of vision and clarity we've been having. And if it doesn't feel like it's been a year of clarity for you, it's things becoming clearer. It's like, you know, when you start cleaning a mirror, you don't get the shiny, clear reflection immediately. It can be all smeary and mucky, and you're focusing on this mark and then that mark. And then, you know, the cleaning is a process. And hopefully the cleaning process is bringing you clarity, because if it's not bringing you clarity, then something's not working here. Like, you really have to look at that. Or that's ironic that I said that, but you know, if you're not getting clarity, then whatever you're doing, maybe that needs readjusting. Some deep reflection and connection within is needed to clear the inner mind, to clear our thinking, to clear the windows of our own soul, and to clean the windscreen through which we project and through which we see all of life. You know, this conscious little window up here is what I'm talking about, and from which you look within, and from which within you look out. So your inner consciousness window needs to be clean, and it does take time. So just be gentle. Always ask yourself, am I being loving right now? The way that you speak to yourself, the way that you reflect, the processing that you put yourself through, are you being loving right now? Really good question to always check in with. But this evening, my evening, your daytime if you're in Florida, we are going to be connecting in, or connecting in, up, around, however that works for you, to the superconsciousness, to the light that you are. Last week, we ended up going and connecting into the crystalline core of Gaia, which was incredible. And thank you all for your feedback. I always love hearing what happens to you, and it's really wonderful for us all to share with one another. But today, the tuning that I'm getting is to attune to what's up here, what's above. Some might call it God, some might call it Great Spirit, some might call it Father Sky, some might call it universe. We're going to call it tonight superconsciousness. The superconsciousness of the creator that you are, the light that you are. And so I'm going to guide you on a process similar to last time. And I personally get guided and I say it aloud so that you can hear it. None of these things are planned ever. It just comes through as it comes through. And it's always dedicated to the absolute highest good for all beings everywhere on this planet and beyond this planet, for all life everywhere. Okay, I always do that before we begin. So let's drop in, let's get ready. If you're not familiar with the I Love You Me 7-step process, it's a method of communicating with oneself in a way, in the language of love, in the language of unconditional self-love, but it's also a way of communicating and building a bond and building a relationship with anything that we perceive as external to ourselves, and it creates a bond, a relationship of unconditional love with others. So we're going to use that method. So if you're not familiar with it, it's completely fine. But this is a talking aloud meditation activation. I will encourage you to speak aloud. These words are for you, for no one else. Obviously, I can't hear you. I'm not going to judge you. No one else is going to judge you. We're so used to our words being for someone else. These words are now just for you and for your connection to your creator, to your superconscious. Okay? So be very free. Give yourself permission to say whatever you need to say as it comes up, but stay steered and guided as I take you on that journey. Try not to go off course too much, because people can start going off down other tangents, and then it's like you can get a little bit lost. So just try and stay with me. and say your words out loud. And if your first language is not English, please use your first language, the one that you were taught as a child. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, do whatever feels comfortable, right? But I do encourage you, please do that if it feels right for you. And also, we're going to engage with our hands. You're going to use your hands to connect with you. And we're also going to breathe through a soft open mouth like that. So I'm going to guide you into this in just a second. But I want you to be clear, it's not okay? There's no forcing. And be really aware that you use your mouth in an open, soft way, just like a little child, okay? Or like you're taking a deep sigh. And you're basically receiving spirit, receiving oxygen into your body and disconnecting your mental control process. That's really all we're doing. So those are the three main things that you need to know before hopping in to this activation meditation. So now that we're ready, you can all close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes as well. And first thing you do is become aware of this mortal matter. Your physical body, made of atoms and particles, molecules, all communicating with one another in a very miraculous way. And you just simply soften all of it and allow every single particle of your being just to exist and soften. And allow yourself to become very heavy in your body. And take a sigh in through the soft open mouth. Take a sigh. Excuse me, and relax. And you can even do that as well. Softening the jaw. Softening the throat. Really important that you soften the back of the tongue. And even let your head drop back ever so slightly. And if you've got a supportive chair or a wall, you can let your head go right back in a way that's not straining your neck or your throat. It's just very simply, gently opening this space up for you to receive your breath. Like that, really soft. And you can feel your body sinking down into your sitting place. Softening the spine. Allowing your breath to come into this body. And receiving the breath and then allowing it to release. And I invite you to bring your hands anywhere to your body now that feels good to connect with. Could be your heart, your throat, your third eye center, your tummy. There is no better place. There is no superior or more spiritual place. There is simply what feels good, where you connect with you with your beautiful touch. The way that you would hold and love your dearest child or your beloved pet or a parent. Just hold them with hands that say, hold yourself, with hands that say, I'm here. I've got you. And I'm really holding you. Let your own touch communicate that to yourself right now. And as you breathe, and receive your breath without any control whatsoever. Say out loud to your breath, hello breath. Hello breath. Hello spirit. Hello prana. Hello creator. That I am. And simply breathe in and receive the words that you've spoken out loud to be heard by your ears and your body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. Hello breath, creator, source. Hello source of infinite light. That I am. Breathe in and receive those words. And then say, thank you, breath. Thank you, creator. Thank you, spirit. Some of these words will resonate with you more and other words won't so much. And I give you a choice because then you can see which ones feel right for you. So just use the ones that feel right. But say thank you, breath. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, prana. Thank you, source. For connecting with me. For creating me. Right now. Right now. In this moment. In this body. Right now on this earth. And breathe. And receive. And continue to breathe. Obviously, whenever you need to, don't wait for me to tell you. Every time you say big words like this, receive them in. And say to your breath, your creator, I love you. Actually, I love you, spirit, creator, source, breath, that I am. And I need you. I really need you. Spirit that I am. Thank you. I love you. And as you breathe and receive those words, really notice what's happening around the top of your head or the inner space of your head. Notice maybe what's happening in your throat as you say words aloud that you've probably never said before. Notice any sensations that are happening in your heart, in your tummy, anywhere in your body. And say to yourself, hello me. Hello me. Say this with me. Hello, Superconsciousness. Galactic consciousness. Universal consciousness. Infinite light. Unconditional love. That I am. And breathe. And receive. And say to yourself, thank you for being here, me. Thank you, me, for being here. In this body. In this breath. In this earth suit. On this planet. Right now. I love you. And well done. Well done, me. For still being here. I love you, me. And just notice how that feels. Let all of the words land by breathing and receiving and feeling. And now we're going to ask your superconscious self to plug you straight into the source of your light and your spirit. So we simply say, hello, superconscious me. Hello, superconsciousness, excuse me. Hello, superconsciousness of me. Absolute divine intelligence of me. Hello. And I ask my breath, my creator source, to connect me and all that I am, all that I was, and all that I will be, to the infinite divine source, the superconsciousness of Gaia and this universe. To the absolute light and infinite love that I am. Right now. Breathe and receive. Whatever's happening for you, don't judge it, weigh it, or measure it. You might be in absolute stillness. You might be traveling at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Breathe, feel, and receive. We're going to speak some more to this superconsciousness. And simply say to it, I am sorry I've been disconnected. And say, sometimes I really get lost in my own ego. Or I get lost in the drama. Or I just don't know who I am. Breathe and feel. Just notice where you get disconnected. And say to your superconscious self, your spirit, your source, whatever resonates for you, please forgive me that I lose sight of the divine light in me. And the divine light in all creation. I lose sight of this perfection in all things. Please forgive me. Breathe, receive, release, and feel. You might feel grief coming up from your kidneys, your lungs. You might feel pain and sadness. Whatever emotions are moving through you, breathe them and feel them. Love them like ancient parts of yourself. And say to this source, I love you, and I need to come home. I've missed you. Superconsciousness of source, divine light. I've missed you. I need to come home to that which I truly am. I need to come home to the light that I truly am. I need to come home and awaken the superconsciousness that I am. I need to come home and see Source as myself. Right now. Breathe and receive. Stay soft in your spine and your shoulders and the back of your head and your tummy. Stay heavy in your seat and soft in your breath. And simply say out loud, I now choose to come home. I now choose to come home to absolute clarity, to the light, the truth, the supreme consciousness of now. God, that I am. Right now. And breathe and soften and receive. Say thank you. Remember to connect with your hands and your body. Say thank you. As you allow yourself to receive into this mortal matter, words and inspiration that you have spoken. And as you breathe and receive, bring your awareness deeper and deeper into your body. Feel yourself to be like a little child, empty, where you don't need to know anything. You can really breathe out and release all kinds of junk information you've taken in that you thought was important or that made you intelligent, made you significant. And just allow it to release and dissolve and soften from your body. Doesn't need to hold any weight or any importance. As you humbly receive these superconsciousness codes, influx of heightened particles of divine information, divine knowledge. Just breathe that in and receive the way that you receive the raindrops on your face when it's raining. And one final part. Ask yourself this out loud. What needs to happen now for my acceleration, for my awakening, for my actualization of superconsciousness, of source and spirit? What needs to happen now for my acceleration, awakening, actualization of the superconsciousness of source and spirit that I am right now? And breathe and receive and release. Feel this superconsciousness speaking to you, or moving you, or touching you inside your body. This superconsciousness is the connector between every single tiny, weeny, adamantine particle, atomic particle in your body. It's the superconsciousness that connects all things. It's the light inside every single atom of your body. It communicates within you. It is you. It never lost you. You may have lost it, but it never lost you. It never stopped seeing you and holding the vision of you, holding a very clear vision of you, so that one day you would look and you would see. This superconsciousness of your spirit, your source, yourself, is everything that you have been looking for your answers. It's the magic in life. It's the mystery in the universe. It's the God in the darkness, the answers to your prayers. It is the voice in the unknown that speaks your name and tells you not only how to come home, but how to metamorphosize through this temple body framework of your human existence, and how to use this third dimensional framework as the metamorphosis, as the catalyst and the chrysalis of your initiation and identification, right? Your initiation actually it's like you're having your identification initiated into a higher perspective, a higher frequency of being, that you matter, that you see yourself as light in matter, that you do in fact matter, that you are of great importance and value beyond what your mind can imagine, beyond ego. There is a value, a light to you, which is beyond the realm of thinking. It's in the field of knowing, and that's where you exist. That is where you exist, my friend. This is where you can see yourself. This is where you can truly see others. This is the only way you know yourself, is seeing yourself in that field of knowing. And there you may know all other beings and all other creation, as if you were in the Garden of Eden itself, where all life of this world and of other worlds were created. It's this garden. This is where you are being invited to now at this time. Your bodies take longer to get here because of the dense particles of matter that take time to travel through space and time, through our dimensions, our references of time. But fear not, don't worry about your body's dispositions or positions, because in this conscious, this superconscious now moment, your entire essence, your entire consciousness of your creation is with source, is one with source right now, where it has been and will always be. And this you must know. This is what you must remember. There is no going home, because you never left. The leaving part into a physical form was the illusion. Breathe and receive. Follow your guidance. Follow the connections inside you. Follow the sparks, the light inside of you. Follow those gut feelings. Follow your hunches. Follow your senses. Become attuned, and only attuned, to that which emanates as you and from you, from within you. That is your homing beacon. That is where you will find yourself. You must know nothing else or nothing more than this, because that is everything. There you will be in that field of knowing to know all things when you first see your home and to know yourself. And the superconsciousness wants you to know, I literally hear these words, we see you, we adore you, we adorn you, we love you, we know you, we invoke you, we invite you to take your place. Take your place with your source creator, as yourself, with yourself, fully yourself, as source that you are. Aho. It is done. Right now. Thank you. Notice how you feel. Any sensations you have in your head, your body, your spine. Notice what's happening with your breath and your cells. You are absolute light. That's how I see you. You are absolute light. You are magnificent. And you never left home. Just open your eyes within and you will see you never ever left. And you were never ever abandoned. You were never left here on earth. Wow, there is so much more of this message to come through, but I'm going to just leave a little pause at that part right now. It feels like a natural resting space for us to come back to. So wrap your arms around yourself, give yourself a big squeeze, a big beautiful hug. Let's see, are we still on? Oh. Feel this breath? That's your conduit. That's what takes you wherever you ask it to take you. All right, that is your superconscious highway right there, is to stay with that breath, because it is the bridge between the infinite spirit that you are and the mortal matter that we appear to be, and everything of this world. That's what this breath is. That's what will connect you to you. That's what will connect you to source. That's what connects you to all of life, everywhere, every other human, every experience, everything happens because this breath is bridging your spirit and your body and holding you together in this moment right now. So anytime you want to access that superconsciousness or access anything, in fact, first access your breath, be with it, be humble, receive it. You don't do the breath, it does you. You receive it, receive its wisdom, receive its guidance, ask it for something and it will be given. That's where you direct your requests, is to the source of life itself within you. So my brothers and sisters, my family, I hope that worked for you. I hope you felt something really wonderful. I'm not sure if I'm still live on YouTube, but I'll come back to you guys and repost this if I'm not. How are you doing in the Self-Love Evolution group? By the way, if you want to be on these meditations live and get a really good experience, come into Facebook and come into the Self-Love Evolution, as in self-love-olution, and just come and find me and come and jump into this group. Please share this group with others if you think it's valuable and helpful and wonderful, if you get something from it. Please also share your experiences. It's so wonderful for each one of us to just kind of celebrate each other's experiences, our own experiences, to validate one another. Be like, wow, yeah, that's so cool. Everything that happens is cool. Eve's saying that you really enjoyed that. You're very welcome. And Andrea's said that was amazing too. And of course you can redo it. And now I'm doing these meditations once a week and the self-love talks once a week. I've been doing the self-love talks once a week for quite a while, but I added in the meditations as this build up. Today, of course, has been the lunar eclipse, and it's been in Sagittarius if you're of traditional astrology, and Ophiuchus or Forci, I have trouble pronouncing it right because how it looks and how it sounds are different. Ophiuchus, somebody share what that is. It's the 13th zodiac sign. And it is actually today. So the full moon lunar eclipse falls into this 13th zodiac sign today, which in itself is really rather incredible and amazing. I'm not an astrologer. Go look it up. Go watch videos of it on YouTube. It's really cool. And of course, we are coming up to the solar eclipse in 2 weeks from today. And then, of course, we have the solstice. And I've been talking about it for, well, all year, really. My feeling around what's coming up for the eclipse, the solstice this year, is more spectacular than most, is more eventful than most. And for sure, I even saying it now, oh my goodness, I have powerful feelings going off inside my body, powerful activations happening inside my body. And of course, then heading beyond the 2020 year into the year 2021. These are spectacular times for our souls to be on this planet right now, really spectacular. And it's vital, I feel like, you know, now more than ever, we can be doing these meditations every single day, all day, every day, not just once a week, maybe. So keep, if you found that this helpful, do it again, do it again, do it again. You will have a different experience each and every time, or a deeper experience. And it only serves to plug you in more and more and more to that absolute frequency, that absolute truth, absolute light, absolute love frequency that you are. And that is the real homing beacon in this universe for all human beings to come home to their truth, for us to really align our collective consciousness, heighten our collective consciousness, and have a mass realization. And with that realization, of course, we see lots of things we have not seen previously, which can be a little bit upsetting and shocking, but it can also be an incredible time of illumination, celebration, joy, excitement, revelation, and evolution of our human consciousness. It is an incredible time, brothers and sisters, to be alive. So, oh my God, I'm tingling just saying all of that. So I really appreciate you being here with me and sharing this, not just with me, but with all of us together. Let's grow the tribe. Let's invite our friends, family, beloveds into this space, and let's really hone our consciousness for the most epic end of 2020 that we could ever have, and the beginning going into the light of 2021. Remember to breathe. I love you. I love you. Thank you.